What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Keys and Teas. Today we'll be talking about what first-time homebuyers need to know before they buy their home. Obviously, they've never done it before, so I'm here to tell them exactly what they need to know to have a successful first transaction. Today we're at Groveport Municipal Golf Course, so let's hit some bombs. Probably not, it'll probably go so far right, and talk first-time homebuyers.
On this first hole, we've got about 165 yards, so I've got my 9-iron. The hole does funnel left, so I hit this just a little right, and it's going to hit the hill and just be a little off the green. Ended up taking my shot in this scramble, so I just have a little chip. It was below my feet, so it is hard to hit it right, so it just runs a little long.
Before you start looking on Zillow and shopping for homes, you've got to talk to a lender first. You got to know exactly how much you can afford. When buyers just go out and look at any home they want before getting a pre-approval, they're going to have a big shock when it comes to the closing table and they actually can't afford the home. So Zillow and your banking app may tell you what you can afford, but a lender will actually tell you how much you can afford.
Alright, my driver in 5-wood did not want to work with me today, so after I hit this drive, it is going to be a slice to the right, so we're going to end up just in the right rough. Alright, now that we're here in the right rough again, the 5-wood does not want to cooperate with me. I don't hit it too bad, but I did not hit it the full distance, so we're still going to have a 9-iron in. So you're going to see me hit this, and I actually hit it pretty pure. I draw it just a little bit, so I end up just left of the green, but I do end up pin high, which you'll see when my buddy zooms in here.
Before buying a home, you've got to know your budget. There's going to be closing costs, realtor fees, there's inspections and appraisals, and sometimes you'll have an HOA, your property taxes. There's a ton of things that go into buying a home that's just simply more than your mortgage and your down payment. So you've got to talk with your realtor and your mortgage lender to know what you have to bring to the closing table and what your monthly payment is going to be actually. It's called a PITI.
This hole was playing about 160, so I've got my 9-iron. I push this to the right. I'm still trying to figure out my irons. Later in the round, I actually do, and I start hitting them straight, but for this one, I push it right.
Work with one realtor you trust. A lot of realtors, maybe even your friends or family, will just open doors for you. Being a realtor is a lot more than that. It's negotiating the price and the terms of the deal. It's keeping the deal together when you have inspections and appraisals. There's a lot more to it behind the scenes. A lot of realtors will keep you in the loop and communicate with you, but a lot of things does not go seen as to what we actually do. So work with a realtor that you trust, that you know will work behind the scenes directly for you, and you're not just a number in their contacts book, but you're actually a client who they care about.
One good thing about recording my swings is I can see what I'm doing wrong. So with my driver in woods, I'm going over the top, which means I have a bad club path, which makes the ball go right. So I will definitely fix that for next time. Alright, as you will hear me say, my club path is terrible with my woods. Not my irons, just my woods.
Oh my gosh, my club path is horrible. Understand what you can and cannot change. You can paint, you can change the flooring, you can update the kitchen and the countertops and the appliances, but you can't change the location or the yard or adding more sunlight or the direction of the home. I'm being a little over dramatic, but you understand where I'm getting at. You gotta know what you can and can't change. There's no such thing as a perfect home, but there's a home that checks 80% of the boxes, and you can change the rest. So be realistic with yourselves, know what you can and cannot change.
Alright, we did not quite record the drive on this one, but for here, I've got about 170, 175, so I've got an 8-iron, and I catch it just a little too thin, and it rides off the back here.
Please don't start making financial decisions before buying a home. That's like financing furniture, buying a new car, opening a new credit card, anything like that. You probably remember last week when I was doing my video with Jason Roth, he talked about this, is not doing anything that's running your credit, because when you then go to run your credit to buy a home, these things are going to get flagged. They're going to throw off your debt to income ratios, and it could potentially not allow you to buy that home anymore. So do not do anything that'll run your credit, or opening up a new line of credit or anything along those lines.
All right, had about 165, 170, so I had my 8-iron here. I hit this perfect, goes straight, just draws a little bit left. The camera unfortunately focused on me, but it just landed left side of the green.
Inspections are not a renovation list. Inspections are to point out the big ticket items so you truly know what you're buying. Inspections are meant to show you what may be wrong with the basement or the foundation, or the roof, or the mechanicals. It's not meant to tell you every little thing that's wrong with the house so you can use that as a remedy. Sure, that's the goal, that's what realtors try and fight for, but in your inspections, it's really just to point out the big things that you should be aware of.
This drive was a little bit better than my previous ones. I still have a bad club path, but this one ended up on just the right rough, but still in play, which is good.
Closing day does not always mean that's the day you take possession. If you're buying a home that's got somebody living in that home, almost always do they need 2, 3, 4 weeks, or even sometimes more, to gather all their stuff and move out. So unless if you're buying a home that's not being currently lived in, you're going to have possession after closing. So do not schedule your movers and the whole party and the whole shebang right on the closing day, because more than likely that's not the day you're going to take possession of your home.
As we wrap this up, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video today. First-time home buyers, if you are looking to buy your first home here in 2025, 2026, give me a call.